Hey everybody. So remember 2 years ago, I tried to record my 2019 E3 Direct reactions and the audio somehow got corrupted and it wasn't there. Remember that? Uh, I seem to have an audio curse because this time was completely my fault and it's not as bad as 2 years ago. The audio is still intact, but the issue is I used Zoom to record again. Um, and Zoom doesn't have any audio control things, which meant the laptop audio was way too loud, and I often am drowned out by the sound of the trailers and everything of the direct itself. But a lot of my voice is audible, and I was able to add captions saying either exactly what I'm saying when you can hear me clearly, or in some cases more paraphrasing, or just at least saying like approximately what I was thinking at the time. So there's not going to be anything where it's like, there might be a few cases where like what I'm saying doesn't quite match up, or maybe if you turn up the audio and listen really closely, you realize I was sort of off in my guess for what I said at that time. But what I was thinking during the presentation is still pretty much preserved. And that's what I really care about with these. So yeah, and you may notice the captions are in a familiar format because while I recorded this on Zoom, I may or may not have edited this in the online thing I used last time. So yeah, more on that at a later time. But I wanted to put this here. I recommend watching this at like maybe volume 3 or lower, just because otherwise it can be a bit loud. Um, I tried to edit this to be uh, for a lower volume because again the laptop audio is going to be kind of loud, or the direct volume will be loud itself. And I'm sure before this I also had timestamps for if you want to skip either to the direct itself or to the very ending where I just recap everything. But yeah, I hope you enjoy, and well, I'm glad that this era of Zoom recordings can come to an end.
So I was gonna do a pre-recorded thing actually, um, but that ended up as 15 minutes. So instead, we're doing this, and my usual talk before it starts. I made a bingo card. Here it is. This is my card. This is all bonus stuff, but a lot of the stuff here: Age of Calamity DLC, Skyward Sword HD, Animal Crossing update, Legends Arceus, and Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond, stuff we already know about. And I'm just bit worried that that stuff will all just take too much time. Like, I don't want them to spend more than a little bit on Skyward Sword HD. I would like it if there are quality of life improvements, like just Fee talk less mode. I do like Fee as a character, just, I could do without everything she has to say. But just, yeah. So that's my main fear. My other fear is everything was leaked and there aren't going to be any surprises. I try to avoid rumors, but it's basically impossible. So I'm pretty sure I know every single rumor, unfortunately, as much as I've attempted to avoid them. But yeah, in a direct, like every passing second that they're spending on something you already know about is a second that could be spent on something new. And not that directs have to be jam packed with just new content, but when you spend too much time on old content, or I should say new information on new content, you know, and there is plenty of pre announced content. Anyway, it's 9 a.m., so looks like it is time. I am recording, just wanted to make sure. Ah, boy. Nerve wracking, isn't it? Probably not for you since you're watching this afterwards, but for me right now, I always tell myself don't get too hyped, and I consciously I'm not hyped, or I'm hyped, but not too hyped. But my subconscious is always just super hyped, and so Here we go. My heartbeat is faster. I think we're going to start with the Smash reveal personally. But we'll see. Smash. It's got to be Smash. Ganondorf. If this is a new Zelda character, there's no way it's a new Zelda character. What if it's it's a Tekken boy, right? That's Tekken, I think. It's a fighting game. I don't know my fighting games, I'm sorry to say. Excitement every time I see Zelda. Wow. Everyone, huh?
Kazuya wins.
I don't know if I heard a single person suggest. Yeah, it is. Kazuya? Was that his name? But you're not gonna. No, Kirby's not gonna. You're about to be. Yeah. That was best case scenario. Realistically, I think Kirby would just.
Hello, I'm Masahiro Sakurai from Sora Limited and the director of the
Please
Super
don't
Smash
spend
Bros.
15
Ultimate
minutes on
game. Kazuya
For everyone on the Nintendo Switch system. You are Starlord, leading a legendary band of heroes for hire in this thrilling action-adventure game. Jump on a wild ride across the cosmos, overwhelm opponents with Starlord's daring combat style, and encounter iconic and original Marvel characters. You'll call the shots for the unpredictable Guardians as you face a beloved series
DK.
rolls into its 20th anniversary this
We
year.
are getting DK anniversary content. Space. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Live it up on 5 classic boards from the Nintendo 64 era, including Peach's birthday cake and Spaceland.
Oh, is this DLC?
Each board is packed with zany events guaranteed to keep you on your toes. And when we say zany, we mean it. Jump, connect blocks,
I was thinking it was
And give
supposed to be
facelifts?
fucking stuff.
and hilarious over-the-top minigames,
5 boards.
all of which support button controls.
I
With
was
100
thinking
minigames from the Mario Party series
Online.
catalog, you'll have a blast in this all-star fun fest. Here's a little party favor. All game modes work with online play. Even if you're partying solo, you can randomly match with other partygoers worldwide. Playing a board game online with friends? Save your progress mid-game, grab a snack, then resume the festivities. Stickers are also available to communicate with others. It's time to partay in Mario Party Superstars, launching on the Nintendo Switch system
only
October
5
29th.
boards.
Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Not a lot.
What did you think? Before we show this next trailer, I'd like to say one thing. Currently, we're working hard on the latest game in the Metroid Prime series, Metroid Prime 4, which we previously announced. But today, we'd like to introduce another new entry in the Metroid
Is
franchise.
it a 2D one?
Please take a look.
Ooh, it's a 2D one. And they said new, it's not a remake. Or is it? Metroid 5. Like a Chozo robot, kinda. This is like some very incredible game. Dread. We'll be taking this up. I think the like actual game episode, I think a fair bit of Super Metroid, I'm not thinking that with that game, but couldn't do it. So, well, that I need to try better. Thank God Metroid isn't one of the dead series. Like, even if it takes forever to get new games, like, thank God they actually still they're making games, but they're not just like, it's not like
That was the trailer for the first new 2D Metroid game in roughly 19 years. The brand new Metroid Dread game. As the name Dread implies, this is a Metroid game.
Here's a new game from the head of a certain company.
Oh, thank God, I love Warioware.
Did you miss me? Hey, what do you mean? Who am I? It's a me, Wario. And it's finally ready. A brand new game from my company. Check it out. You get to control me.
Yes.
Time to do this. Look at me go. What rats? Check out these chumps. They came back and they have wonderful new talents. Throw that stick thing. Not the bad. Use the spinning whatchamacallit. Ha! Nailed it! Same micro game, different abilities. What? I almost forgot some big news. 2 people can play together at the same time. So play nice or else. Hey, not nice. Alright, you. Yes, you, the one watching this. Better get ready for some micro game.
We hope you're not afraid of ghosts.
Is that what this is? Whoa, wait. Was that already announced or is that completely new?
In this horror adventure game, you'll uncover the mysteries surrounding the ethereal but deadly Mount Hikami, believed to be at the center of many disappearances. Ghosts frequent this mountain. Your only defense is a camera that can repel and cast them out. Face your fears as you explore a variety of unsettling locations. This spine-chilling story features various protagonists, letting you experience the game from different perspectives. New costumes and photo modes are included in this version. Can you investigate Mount Hikami and stay alive? Fatal Frame, Maiden of Black Water, creeps onto Nintendo Switch this year. These games and DLC are coming soon. Some even today. It's a new adventure of cosmic proportions.
I knew it.
Mario.
Is this
is everything. All right, this next segment will be our last announcement of the day.
Okay.
Please take a look.
Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel then. Oh. That really just gives Link all of the weapons that are on there. Yeah, the others are not a big deal, I think. Yeah, so Zelda gets modified. Yes.
Hello there. I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series. What you've just seen is a trailer for the first wave of DLC for the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity expansion pass from Koei Tecmo Games. It will follow Link and his allies through more battles that took place 100 years prior to the events of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I hope you'll look forward to it. I have a few more things to share with you all today.
More.
We'll begin with The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD.
So quality of life updates, really.
Next up,
Oh, okay.
here's a little something you might like. This is a Game & Watch system that lets you play 3 games in the Legend of Zelda series. This year, the original Legend of Zelda game reaches its 35th anniversary. While we don't have any campaigns or other Nintendo Switch games planned, we've been working on this Game & Watch system as a special item to help mark the occasion and reflect fondly on the earliest days of The Legend of Zelda. It will come with the first game in the series, The Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link,
Oh, okay.
and a Game Boy version of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening game, as well as a special version of the Game & Watch title Vermin, starring Link as the playable character. So that's 4 games on one system, from longer Legend of Zelda games to the pick up and play game Vermin.
Zelda Game & Watch game.
In addition, regarding the watch functionality for the Game & Watch system, we've added a playable clock based on The Legend of Zelda,
It would have been funny if we did that.
and an interactive timer themed after Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. You can play with both of them by taking control of Link. We hope you'll enjoy playing this Game & Watch system whenever and wherever you'd like. All right, here's the last thing we have to
Of
show you.
course.
This is the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. 2 years have passed since we first announced this game, and we've been unable to share anything with you in that time. However, development has been steadily progressing. For today, we've prepared some new footage to show a bit more of the game. Please take a look.
That's not a super big deal to me. It usually gets its own direct and everything, but it's surprising. And already we got almost like 3 hours worth of Zelda tubers theorizing. Right. Whoa. It's in the sky. Whoa! title. Okay, next year. Until it gets delayed.
So, what did you think? This time around, the setting for the adventure has been expanded to include the skies above Hyrule. We'd like to ask you to wait a bit longer. We're aiming for a 2022 release, so I hope you'll look forward to it.
Are you not going to give us a title?
How was that?
So actually, I am pretty happy with the fact that I waited to edit this, because by waiting, I was able to think on it more, and I also learned a few more things. When I saw the Metroid Dread trailer, I did not know the history of Metroid Dread, and so learning that it elevates that reveal even more, like knowing that this is a 16-year game in the making, and then during that presentation thing afterwards, where he literally said that it surpassed what they wanted to do. The game they had to delay, that they had to basically scrap for a while twice, they've now surpassed on the Switch, which, oh my god, that is so exciting to hear. It just makes me even more excited, and even says, yeah, if this is your first Metroid game, you're good, which I have played a bit of Metroid, and I know the lore through Super Metroid at least. I don't necessarily know about the Prime lore. I'm actually staying away from that because I'm hoping for a Prime trilogy at some point, though. Don't need it immediately. But yeah, I made a bingo, and here's what it looks like at the end. Doug Bowser is in blue because he was only during the treehouse afterwards, not during the direct itself. But yeah, most of the things that were highlighted were good. Now, granted, the unannounced Zelda project was just the Game & Watch, which isn't very exciting, unfortunately. And I was also a bit disappointed to hear that they're not planning anything else for the anniversary. But also, no Animal Crossing update was pretty surprising. No Splatoon 3 news, surprising, but I don't need it immediately. I know Splatoon people who were mainly looking forward to Splatoon were disappointed with that. But as someone who has finally started to branch out, and granted not a lot, I'm still Mario, Zelda, Splatoon, in bit Pokemon mainly, but you know, I cover a bit more diverse than just Splatoon. I was excited. I was very happy with this direct. Third party game that clearly just paid to be there was just Dance, I would say. However, here's the nice thing is this wasn't highlighted because they did not dwell on anything for way too long. Like when Shin Megami Tensei appeared, I thought it would be funny. I pulled up my timer and I started timing it. I was like, haha, I'm going to time how long they spend on the JRPG because it wasn't in headlines. He like snapped and it was like, oh, it's going to be its own thing. And then they spent only 3 minutes on it. I think the longest segment here was Smash Bros. And other than that, there was Zelda, but that was a bunch of different things. So like there was a bunch of stuff that we already knew about that they mentioned, but they pretty much just mentioned it for like a minute or so and moved on, which is so perfect. I was not aware until after that Made in Blackwater was a Wii U port. So I guess it hasn't, Fatal Frame hasn't actually been dead for that long. I thought it was a dead series that they were finally reviving, but no, it's a port, but I mean, I didn't play it on Wii U. I wasn't even aware that game existed on Wii U, and I'm one of the few people who own one, or I don't remember it at least when I own one. I probably ignored it as a kid if it showed up in directs because I was young and afraid of any sort of horror. But now I like horror a little bit. I'm not a fan of gore, but like, you know, I can like more psychological stuff, which it seems like that's what Fatal Frame is. So I'm excited for that one. Probably gonna get that one. So, Warioware obviously made me very happy. So let's see. Breath of the Wild sequel, getting into that, obviously awesome. Just anything on that. Age of Calamity DLC, I was sort of hoping the trailer might just be during Treehouse, but again, they didn't spend a super long time on it. I'm probably gonna get that. Only thing is like I'm a bit worried that like the last two playable characters are just gonna be Purah and Robbie. I'm also surprised they didn't start with Purah and Robbie, seeing that they hinted at them in the initial trailer that they're in the artwork. I mean, maybe they're just like a secret unlockable when you get the DLC or something, but whatever. Either way, I just hope that there's a few more characters in Fern Robbie with the DLC, just because I'm paying extra for it. Like many have mentioned, more future characters. I think like Cass or Kilton, maybe even Beetle would be fun. Beetle was one of the only contenders for the original Hyrule Warriors that didn't get in, him and Groose, and that was like pretty much it in terms of non-Breath of the Wild characters that were in Hyrule Warriors that didn't get in, I should say. No Xenoblade news, no big deal though. I mean, I love Xenoblade now, but you know, I wasn't necessarily expecting it. I just thought maybe WarioWare. I already said I was excited for it, but I'll say it again. I was excited for WarioWare. And new amiibo, 2D Metroid was super cool. Available today. They had that section of like the Doom DLC and something else, a couple other things. Mention of game anniversaries, and again, it's disappointing they're not doing much more for Zelda, and they're not doing anything for Kid Icarus or DK unless they want to wait until the end of the year. If you look, like, the next few months are packed, and then like December has just Advance Wars. But yeah, so then Fatal Frame and Advance Wars are my maybes. Fatal Frame is definitely above Advance Wars. Advance Wars I normally wouldn't check out, but other people are just so excited about it, so I don't know. I'll consider it. I'll see what the price is and think about it. Like, normally price doesn't sway me. I'm normally just like $60 for a game, whatever. I'm a Nintendo fan. I'm used to it. But like, Miitopia was an exception because it was $10 more than the 3DS version, and it didn't look like it was that upgraded to me. Like, I mean, I'm sure I would enjoy the game, but it's like, if it was $40, I totally would have picked it up. But for $50, maybe not. But WarioWare is definitely a $50 game to me. I love WarioWare. I even loved Game & Wario on the Wii U. So yeah. Anyway, so if you haven't caught on by now, what I'm trying to say is, during the Direct, I was worried about, like, you know, are they going to spend too much time on this? Oh no, they're getting on mustard, so are they going to spend too much time? And oh no, are they not going to And so all of that sort of, I think, made me, while I was watching the Direct, bring it down a bit. But afterwards, looking back on everything, I realized, like, they covered every single base in this Direct, I think. Like, you know, they got fighting fans, Kazuya, which isn't necessarily for me, but like, it's just a new Smash character, and I don't dislike any of the second Fighter Pass DLC so far. Not even Min Min. I like Min Min, honestly. And it'll be fun. I'm sure he's from a fighting game, so he's gonna be fun regardless if he was literally made for the type of game that Smash is. And the limb system. I know about the limb system. That's one of the few things I know from Tekken, and I think that'll be fun. I am surprised it wasn't Hayachi, but that's it. They got JRPGs in here. They got a bunch of their first party fans excited. Like, even if they didn't have Pokemon, they just had a number of main party things. Yeah, I mean, they had Mario Party. I don't know about Mario Party. It's just the fact that it has 5 boards. Like, I think it should have been DLC for Super Mario Party personally, but I don't know. It's not anything that'll affect me too much. I'll think about it, but that's like below Advance Wars even. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was a great Direct, and I am very much looking forward to many of these games, especially WarioWare and especially Metroid. And both of those are just in like 4 months from now. Less than 4 months from now, which makes me so happy. So yeah, pretty phenomenal Direct overall, I gotta say. I hope you've enjoyed watching. I hope you weren't too annoyed at me blabbing on for almost 9 minutes afterward. And yeah, it's been fun. I hope you enjoyed this 720p video.